Hello children, in previous class we had learnt about molecules and ions. In today's class we are going to learn how to write the chemical formula of chemical compounds. Let us see first what is chemical formula. Okay, the chemical formula of a compound is a symbolic representation of its composition. Okay, chemical formula of a compound is a symbolic representation of its composition. This chemical formula, it is a symbolic representation of its composition. It says about the composition of the particular chemical compound. With the help of this chemical formula, we can know which type of elements are present and also the quantity or the number of elements present in the compound. Okay, this chemical formula it gives information regarding the type of elements present in a particular chemical compound. Also it gives the information that is about number of atoms combined to form the molecule. Okay, let us to write the chemical formula, we should know the symbols of element, symbols of the combining element. Also, we should know combining capacity of the combining elements. Okay, for example, see, this is hydrochloride molecule. Okay, here hydrogen and chlorine hydrogen and chlorine atoms, they are combining. So we should know the symbol of this hydrogen. H is the symbol of hydrogen element and Cl is the symbol of chlorine element. And also we should know the combining capacity of the element, or we can also say valency. Okay, we can also say valency. We should also know the valency. If we know both this symbol of element and the combining capacity of the element, then we can write the chemical formula very easily. So see here, first see, we will see the combining power or capacity of an element. Okay, combining power or capacity of an element is known as valency. Okay, valency is nothing but it is the combining power or capacity of an elements. Okay, we can compare this valency with arms. Okay, for example, human, we have 2 arms, so we can hold 2 people with the help of our 2 hands. Similarly, this valency of a particular atom or element, it helps to find out how the atoms of an element will combine with the atoms of other element to form a chemical compound. For example, if we see hydrogen, okay, hydrogen is having +1 charge, okay, +1, so it means its valency is 1. Hydrogen can form bond with only one atom. Okay, it can form bond with only one atom. For example, if you take this calcium, okay, on this calcium atom +2 charge is there. Okay, this +2 will show the valency. Okay, +2 charge is there. It means this calcium can form 2 bonds. It can form 2 bonds with the other 2 atoms. Okay, or other 2 ions. This is the valency of the calcium. Okay, this charge on the particular atom will represent its valency. Okay, we'll see how to write the formula of simple compounds. Okay, simple compounds are binary compounds. We'll see what is binary compounds. The simplest compounds which are made up of 2 different elements are called binary compounds. If the compound is made up of only two different elements, then that kind of compounds are said to be binary compounds. For example, hydrochloric acid magnesium chloride, aluminium chloride, calcium chloride. See here, in all the cases, okay, this is hydrogen chloride molecule. Here this molecule is made of two different elements. One is hydrogen and another one is chlorine. We will see next this one, magnesium chloride. This is magnesium chloride molecule. It is made up of two different elements. One is magnesium and another one is chlorine. Similarly here, aluminium chloride. Here aluminium is one element and chlorine is another element, and this compound is made up of only two different elements. Similarly this one, calcium chloride. This calcium chloride is also made up of two different elements. Okay, let us see examples for how to write the chemical formula of simple compound. We'll see first example, formula of magnesium chloride. Okay, we know the symbol of magnesium metal, that is Mg, and its valency +2. Okay, and that of chlorine symbol is Cl minus, 1 minus, just we'll write minus. If 1 is there means just we have written minus means it indicates 1 minus. If we have written just plus means it indicates +1. Okay, so symbol of magnesium is Mg and that of chlorine is Cl. So valency or charge on these two atoms is +2. +2 is on magnesium and -1 is on chloride. So to write the chemical formula, just we have to balance. Children, first we will see the rules to write the chemical formula, then we'll go for examples. Children, first we'll see the rules to write the chemical formula. First rule: the valencies or charges on the ions must be balanced. Okay, while writing the chemical formula, charges on the combining ions must be balanced. Okay, this is the first rule. We should balance the charges on the ions. And we'll see next one. When a compound consists of a metal and a non-metal, if a compound is made up of metal and non-metal, the name or symbol of the metal is written first and next symbol or name of the non-metal is written. Okay, for example, calcium oxide. Okay, this compound is made up of one non-metal and another metal. Okay, and see here, this calcium is the metal and oxygen. Okay, here chemical formula of this calcium oxide is CaO. This is oxygen. Okay, this is non-metal. So here, according to this rule, according to second rule, if the compound is made up of compound consists of metal and a non-metal, the metal name or symbol of the metal is written first. So here we have did the same. Calcium, we have written the calcium. It is a metal. Okay, oxide. Okay, when calcium combines with oxygen, it forms oxide. So we have written this next after the calcium. So see here, first we have written metal, next we have written non-metal. Similarly, in case of sodium chloride, sodium is metal. So we have written first sodium, next chlorine. Okay, here chloride. Similarly, iron sulfide. Iron is metal and sulfur is non-metal. So we have written iron first, next sulfur. Okay. In case of copper oxide, same. Copper is metal and oxygen is non-metal. So we have mentioned copper first, next oxygen. Okay. This is the second rule. First rule is valency or charges on the ion must be balanced. Valency or charges on the ion must be balanced. And second rule is when the compound consists of a metal and non-metal, the name or symbol of the metal is written first. Okay, we'll see the third rule. The compounds formed with polyatomic ions. Children, in previous class I had discussed about the polyatomic ions. Okay, the number of ions present in the compound is indicated by enclosing the formula of ion in a bracket and writing the number of ions outside the bracket. For example, see here, magnesium hydroxide. Okay, OH minus. This is hydroxide ion. This is hydroxide ion and this is polyatomic ion. It combines with magnesium. Okay, it combines with magnesium and it forms magnesium hydroxide. Okay, here to balance the charge on the magnesium, here charge on the magnesium is +2, but in here on this hydroxide ion -1 is there. So to balance this, we have to multiply this hydroxide by 2. So what happens? We'll get magnesium hydroxide twice. That is OH. It is polyatomic ion. So we have to put this polyatomic ion inside the bracket and we have to write the number of these polyatomic ions like this. Okay. Outside the bracket we have to indicate the number of polyatomic ions combined with the magnesium. Okay. But in case of sodium hydroxide, here charge on the sodium is +1, charge on this hydroxide ion is -1. So these two charges, they are balanced and they will form sodium hydroxide. Here no need of putting the bracket. But whenever the number of polyatomic ions, when the number of polyatomic ion is more than 1, we should put this polyatomic ions inside the bracket and we have to mention the number of polyatomic ions outside the bracket. When one polyatomic ion combines with another atom or another ion, no need of putting the bracket. In case of this sodium hydroxide, in case of potassium hydroxide also, here no need of writing the or no need of writing this hydroxide ion inside the bracket. Okay. Now we have to write the chemical formula of chemical compounds with the help of those 3 rules. First we will see this one, formula of magnesium chloride. Okay, symbol of magnesium is Mg and that of chlorine is Cl, and charge on the magnesium is +2 and charge on the chlorine is -2. So here +2, here -2. We have to balance this charge according to the rule 1. So to balance the charge, we have to cross multiply. We have to cross multiply. Magnesium into 1. Just we are going to write Mg. Chlorine into 2. We have to neglect this charge while multiplying. Okay. Chlorine into 2. So Cl2. This is the chemical formula of magnesium chloride. Like this we have to write. Okay. We'll see next example, formula of hydrogen chloride. Okay, see children, symbol of the hydrogen is H and that of chlorine. Chloride means chlorine will combine with hydrogen to form the hydrogen chloride. So symbol of chlorine is Cl and charge or valency of this hydrogen is +1 and that of chlorine is -1. Okay, here both the combining atoms, they have same charge. So again if we cross multiply, we'll get the same. Okay, there is no difference here, +1 -1. So they will cancel. So HCl, we have to write like this. Okay, this is the chemical formula of hydrogen chloride. Next we'll see this formula of hydrogen sulfide. Okay, hydrogen and sulfur, they combines to form hydrogen sulfide. Okay, symbol of hydrogen is H and that of sulfur is S, and charge on the this hydrogen or valency of this hydrogen is +1 and that of sulfur is -2. Okay, see here +1, here -2. We have to balance this charge. So to balance the charge, we have to again cross multiply. So we'll get H into 2. While multiplying, we have to neglect these charges. H into 2 will get H2. S into 1 will get S. Okay. H2S is the chemical formula of hydrogen sulfide. We'll see next one. Formula of carbon tetrachloride. Okay. Here carbon and chlorine will combine. Here tetra means 4. Tetra means 4. Here 4 chlorine atoms combines with carbon and they will form carbon tetrachloride. Okay. Symbol of the carbon is C and that of the chlorine is Cl. So valency of the carbon is 4. It means this carbon can form only 4 bonds. It means carbon is having only 4 hands. We can say like this also. This carbon is having only 4 hands. So it can combine with 4 chlorine atoms. Okay. It is having, carbon is having 4 hands. But in case of this one, hydrogen. Okay. It is having 1 hand. Valency is nothing but we can compare the valency with hands. Okay. I mean we can just we can compare so that hydrogen is valency is 1 and that of sulfur is 2. It means this sulfur can form bond with 2 atoms. Okay. So see here in case of carbon tetrachloride, what happens? The valency of the carbon is 4. Okay. Carbon can form maximum of only 4 bonds. More than 4, this carbon cannot form bond. Okay. Reason we will study in the higher class. When you go for 10th, you will study why carbon forms only 4 bonds. Okay. And that of the valency of this chlorine is 1, -1, and this is +4 plus. Okay, or +4. See here, +4 -1. Okay. To balance this charge, we have to cross multiply. Okay, we have to cross multiply. So we'll get C into 1 C, Cl into 4, Cl4. Okay, children, we have seen 4 examples. Among 4 examples, see these 3 examples. In these 3 examples, the combining atoms, they are non-metals. Okay, they are non-metals. So we have written like this. Okay, let us see next one. Aluminium oxide. Formula of aluminium oxide. Symbol of aluminium is Al and that of oxygen is O. Oxygen combines with aluminium to form the aluminium oxide. And here that valency or charge on the aluminium is +3 and charge on this oxygen is -2. Okay. So see here aluminium oxide, it is made up of metal and non-metal. Aluminium is metal and oxide is this oxygen is non-metal. So first we have to mention the aluminium while writing the chemical formula, because according to the second rule we have to mention the metal first and next we have to mention the non-metal. Okay, see here aluminium is having +3 charge and oxygen is having -2 charge. So to balance the charge we have to cross multiply. See here aluminium into 2 Al2, oxygen into 3 O3. This is the chemical formula of aluminium oxide. And also remember this second rule. Okay, that is in case of compounds consisting of metals and non-metals, we have to write the metals first and next non-metals. Aluminium is the metal, we have written aluminium first, next oxygen. It is non-metal. Okay, we'll see one more example. Formula of calcium oxide. Okay, calcium and oxygen combines and they will form calcium oxide. Symbol of calcium is Ca and that of oxygen is O. Valency or charge on this oxygen is +2 and this oxygen is, this calcium, valency of calcium is +2 and valency of oxygen is -2. So same charges, they will cancel, or if you cross multiply also, we will get Ca2O2, calcium into 2 Ca2, oxygen into 2 O2. Okay, we can also simplify like this, CaO. Okay, these are the examples for how to write the chemical formula of chemical compounds. We'll see chemical formula of compounds formed with polyatomic ions. Okay, so far we have seen the examples for simple compounds or binary compounds. Let us see the compounds which are formed with polyatomic ions. For example, sodium nitrate. Okay, sodium ion combines with the nitrate ion. Okay, NO3, it is polyatomic ion. It is polyatomic ion. Okay, it is monoatomic and it is polyatomic. It combines with sodium and it forms sodium nitrate. Okay, so symbol of the sodium is Na and that of nitrate, symbol of nitrate, polyatomic ion nitrate, is NO3 minus. Okay, so here we have written the charge or valency. Sodium, charge on sodium is +1 and that of charge on the this nitrate is -1. Okay, to balance this charge we have to, already they are balanced. Okay, 1 1 they will cancel. Okay, or we can also multiply like this, 1 into Na, sodium Na, and 1 into NO3, it is nitrate ion, NO3. Okay, in this case here no need of writing this nitrate ion inside the bracket, because here number of nitrate ion combining is 1. Only one nitrate ion is combining with the sodium. So no need of writing this nitrate ion inside the bracket. Okay, if the combining polyatomic ion is greater than 1, means we have to put that polyatomic ion inside the bracket and we have to mention the number of combining polyatomic ions outside the bracket. We'll see the formula of calcium hydroxide. Okay, this calcium ion will combine with the hydroxide ion. Okay, this calcium ion is monoatomic ion, whereas this hydroxide ion is polyatomic ion. Okay, symbol of the calcium is Ca and that of hydroxide ion is OH minus. Okay, here we have written valence or charge. Okay, on this calcium +2, on this hydroxide -1. Okay, here charges are not balanced. So to balance the charges we have to cross multiply. See here, calcium into 1, Ca, OH into 2. This is, see here, this is polyatomic ion. This ion is made of more than 1 atoms. So OH, okay, into 2. So here combining here 2 OH minus ions, here 2 OH minus ions will combine with 1 calcium ion to form the calcium hydroxide. Okay, therefore we have to write this polyatomic ion inside the bracket and we have to write this 2 outside the bracket. This indicates that 2 OH minus ions, 2 hydroxide ions will combine with calcium to form the calcium hydroxide. We'll see next example, that is sodium carbonate. Okay, sodium ion combine with the carbonate, that is symbol of carbonate is CO3 2 minus. Okay, this is sodium, symbol of sodium ion, and this is symbol of carbonate ion. See here, this is sodium carbonate and charge on this sodium is +1 and charge on this carbonate ion is -2. Okay, so to balance the charge again we have to multiply. See here, now Na2. See here, see children, this sodium is not polyatomic ion, it is a monoatomic ion. Therefore no need of writing the sodium inside the bracket. Just we have to write like this. If in case of polyatomic ions only, we have to write that polyatomic ion inside the bracket, and we have to put their number outside the bracket. So Na2 carbonate CO3 into 1. So CO3. This is the chemical formula of sodium carbonate. Okay. Let us see formula of ammonium sulfate. Okay. Formula of ammonium sulfate. See here, ammonium ion combines with the sulfate ion and forms ammonium sulfate. Okay, here both the combining ions are polyatomic ions. Both the combining ions are polyatomic ions. See here, in this case we have to write the symbol of ammonium ion, that is NH4. Charge on this ammonium is +1, and that of sulfate is SO4 symbol, and charge is -2. Now we have to cross multiply to balance the charges. See here, ammonium NH4 into 2. Children, see here, this ammonium ion is polyatomic ion, so we have to put this ammonium inside the bracket, and outside the bracket we have to write the number. Okay, number of combining ammonium ions. And next, sulfate SO4 into 1. SO4. Okay, this is the chemical formula of ammonium sulfate. Okay, if combining ions, if both the combining ions are polyatomic ions, we have to see when cross multiply, we have to see if it is 1, if the while cross multiplying, if the value is 1, okay, then we have to write as it is, no need of putting the polyatomic ion inside the bracket. If the value is greater than 1, see here in this ammonium, okay, when we multiply ammonium with 2, okay, it is more than 1, so we have to put this ammonium ion inside the bracket, and we have to mention their number outside the bracket. Okay, this is how we have to write the chemical formula of simple or binary compounds, also compounds which are made up of polyatomic ions. Okay, in next class we will see molecular mass and mole concept.